Alright guys, our next artifact is located also in Fort Morn, and it's right up on top of this building. See down below, there's the bridge where we picked up the previous artifact. Let's go ahead and grab that. It's a broken staff. Go ahead and examine the broken staff. Where are you? There you are.
Funny thing that. They told us their names plenty of times, but we all forgot. To a man, we forgot. It was like they didn't want us remembering. After a while, they were just the two Istari, and sometimes the big one and the little one. Can't say how I can't remember. I remember the bigger one telling us stories of a goblin city, of a man who could turn himself into a bear, of the time when, well, I guess it didn't matter too much to him that some of his stories needed some cleaning up, or would scare a dead man out of his grave. When the bigger one left, he took his cane, but he left a walking stick behind, with all these little notches cut into it. He was keeping track of something for sure.
These wizards, the Istari, what do you know of them? Is their power greater than yours?
I have not yet been tested against them. Saruman the White is the leader of the White Council. His knowledge of the Rings of Power is deep.
Alright guys, gonna go ahead and grab this next artifact before I am spotted. It's located right here. Go ahead and grab that and then I'll show you where it is. It's a cook's knife.
Here, take this. I want someone watching over Queen Marwen at all times. I am afraid she may do harm to herself. Now go. Mother, what is happening to you? Is this gift worth the price you are paying?
The end of darkness is worth whatever price. Such is the spirit of Nurnen, Netharia.
Nurnen needs you, Mother. These visions do not bring us enough benefit to befit your loss.
But they do, my child. I have seen a vision of the Ringmaker, Celebrimbor himself. It is through him alone that Nurnen may be saved.
Grey Walker can ride him, then so should we!
This land is rich and green, but there is a sickness on it.
These waters are bitter, and the creatures within them foul. But they will feed Sauron's war machine.
Alright, our next artifact is located over here on the west side. And it's right up under this building, so let's go ahead and pick that up, shall we? 50 Marion. It's an apothecary jar.
The north collapses upon us. The Tower of Nightmare builds in Nurnen. The Nameless One returns.
Mother, take this.
Thank you, my child.
These visions corrode you, and what medicine we still have is fast done away.
My visions are the hope of Nurnen. If I must sacrifice myself for my people, so be it.
What happened in the Grey Mountains, Mother?
What happened, Lethariel? I left with the strength we need.
Information can be dangerous.
The difference between poison and medicine is often in the dose.
Alright, our next artifact is located in Tirith Mesis, over here on the west side of the map. And it's right underneath this bridge. So here we are. We're gonna pick up the artifact right now. A crushed spider egg. Let's have a look at this.
I speak with the mouth of Sauron, the second Dark Lord of this Middle-earth. Our will is his will. Mordor is ours, and fairly won. You will take this message from Sauron back to your Spider Queen Shelob, the last daughter of Ungoliant. Your eggs will not be allowed to hatch in Mordor. Your children will no longer prey on the Morgul flies. You will depart this realm, abandon your nests in non-Ungol. You have grown fat on our generosity. We have fed you as we would a pet, allowed you to run unfettered. This ends now. Our union, as it was, has ended. Our will is irresistible. We have spoken.
Every creature here seems to live to slaughter every other.
And every one of them will learn to fear us above all.
Our next artifact is located in a cave down here on the southern end, or the southwest end. So let's go and check that out. Just scared off a bunch of Uruks. So we can get to the treasure, which appears to be back here. We found coded journal entry number 3. I don't think we found number 1 yet, though.
The damn flies seem to be following me. I can't hardly go nowhere without them buzzing around. I was going to scout Tower Bond, the slave city. The Orcs got a prison there, and enough people in chains to run the mines and the mills and make the city go. But there it was. One stinking fly. I could hear it buzzing, but couldn't see it or squash it. Thing was following me, I swear. I was out on a skip, middle of the Sea of Nurnen, and the fly was coming along for a ride, like it knew, following me like all the time. I can't get the buzzing and humming to stop. It don't matter whether I'm sleeping or eating or squatting. I can hear them. They're in my damn head. Make them stop!
The war that is coming will engulf all of Middle-earth.
Many powers are moving their pieces into place.
Our next artifact is located right on the northern side of the Tirith Mesas, and it's right up in the corner of the map here. So let's take a look, shall we? An ornate cameo. Let's listen to the memory.
Isn't it lovely, dear? The dwarves made this.
You've been drinking. You smell like a mule who's gotten into the rock gut.
It's a fine anniversary present. And look at the craftsmanship.
Our anniversary was last week.
It was brought in from the sea.
You mean you won this at the tavern? My husband. Get in the house.
The rivers of this sea reach beyond the Efelduoth. If the tribesmen can escape, they could travel north to Minas Ithil.
The Tower of the Moon.
All right, this one's going to be a little bit trickier to get to, because there's a Graug blocking the way. Or, yeah, Graug. Let's go inside. All right, so he's over there fighting a Caragor. Let's go ahead and grab this while we have time. Medallion half 1, the 2 trees of Valanor. Let's have a listen.
All right, hold still. I'm afraid to say it's going to... It's going to hurt. I've done all I can. We've called for one of your people, but I don't... In the meantime, why don't you tell me about that? The medallion you're holding.
You just want to distract me. Very well. These are the 2 trees of Valanor. A symbol of the endless cycle. Life, death, and rebirth. Come closer, and I will tell you their tale. We must... I feel we must distract ourselves from the grim happenings of this day.
There will be no medals for us, Celebrim. No honor or glory.
Let those who come after take the glory. We must keep hope alive long enough for them to have that chance.
Our next artifact is located here in Setlon Poros, and it's located right in the northern portion of that area. And here is a good glimpse of where it is. So let's take a look at that, shall we? It's the second half of the medallion, the 2 trees of Valanor.
I'm sorry. His wound was too great. I had thought...
You stayed with him. It is enough.
Here. He'd probably want you to have it. It's broken, but...
No, human. You keep it. These are ancient things, those trees. We watch them wither and die with the cold, but always they return. We see strength in their roots, and hope as they stretch into the light. Let this token remind you of the elf you tried to save, of the bond between your people and mine.
We are not the first alliance of men and elves to challenge Sauron within Mordor.
No, but we shall be the last. In victory or defeat, my people will diminish.
All right, our next one is located at the Nurnen Peninsula, inside of this cave over in the corner. I've gone ahead and went inside the cave, and it's up on top of this ledge, so let's have a look, shall we? It's a weathered azurite figurine, the 2 Istari. Interesting. Let's see if we can find... There it is. Let's have a listen.
See, there were 2 of them, and they both came in from the road with a hard look in their eyes, as if they traveled too far and seen too much. They were wizards, true, both of them caked in dust. And when one would talk, he'd stop to think, and there would be the other to finish right up. Like they had one brain and 2 mouths. It was creepy for sure, but neither seemed to notice. I heard them say they were hunting in the darkness. Damned if I know if they found it. But I guess those fellows can find trouble when they're looking for it.
I laughed at Deerheil when he talked of wizards, necromancers, and magic. I told him to stop being a child.
As children, you are closest to the Eldar. When grown, you have no understanding of immortality.
All right, our next artifact is located right up here on the north side in the Nurnen Peninsula. It's basically on a peninsula of its own. You're just going to want to jump down here where this is. And we're going to have a look at this. Let's have a listen, shall we?
You've been recalled?
Aye, to Osgiliath. They're burning the bodies there.
Is that bad?
It's worse. We've abandoned Duathang, either to the orcs or the outcasts. I can't imagine which is worse. We're thin on the ground here.
2 regiments worth called back home. Maybe a dozen more down with the sweats.
Maybe even more than that. And I don't think we can hide it anymore, no matter how they change up the patrols. The orcs may have already smelled it out, too. They're getting uppity in Mordor. Here, look at this.
That's quite a blade. Where'd you get it?
Off an orc scout. I expect he won't need it anymore. You keep it.
That is the spirit of Mordor, the knife in the back. They do our work for us.
They are united in their hatred of man, and dominated by the will of their master.
All right, we've got basically 2 artifacts up here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the first one, which is up on top of this building. And they're looking around for me, so I'm gonna get this done quick. Ah, pipeweed pouch. Let's smoke some pipeweed.
Careful with the pouch, Jorvin. It almost went in the fire.
Ah, that old thing. Time to get rid of that rag. It barely keeps the pipeweed dry.
It is a rag, brother. And I'll keep this souvenir from our first hunt till it turns to dust. Remember us tracking that great spider through Mirkwood nearly 60 years ago? Then drawing her out using live bait?
Yes, but why do I always have to be the bait?
You have a quality. You make things want to kill you. It's a gift, really. But Torvin, this was your first kill. Ours together is what made you a hunter. And I'll treasure it always, brother.
I could hear Hire puffing on that pipeweed once. He raided the garrison pantry and consumed a week's worth of field rations.
Human minds and appetites are a mystery to my people.
All right, moving on to the next one, which is actually just right down here. So let's go ahead and, assuming no one catches me, should be able to run right up to it.
Please, my wife.
Yes, the Uruk have told me you to go on about her. Tell us what we need to know. Where are the bandits? Where are your friends?
I need to see her. I need...
Yes, your wife. Again. It has been a long time. And while the physical pain of your torture will pass, you will always hurt inside. The loss is like a gaping wound. You have suffered quite enough torment, and it is time for your misery to end. Your wife is waiting.
Damn you. They're in the woods. The hidden woods.
Take him away.
But you said...
Yes, our promise. You will be reunited with your wife, now long dead. Know you have betrayed your friends and doomed yourself over a distant memory, a phantom. And when you are reunited with your wife, know that we will also carry your skull as a trifle, and a reminder that our will is irresistible. Now go. Your wife awaits.
There are stories and fates more bitter than ours within Mordor.
Those who gave in to despair, who abandoned all hope of redemption. That is not our fate.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. As you can see, the achievement popped, so we have now obtained all of the artifacts in the game. Please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more Shadow of Mordor. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.